once again. Shiro or Ichigo, welcome. Thanks for coming.
It's Ichigo. Thank you so much for having me back. It's really fun.
Yeah. What did you think about the last game that you came with commentating? I'm assuming you enjoyed it. That's why you came back.
Yes, I thought the last game was really fun, and I also enjoyed, just seeing how everyone thought
Mhm.
and seeing some really fun and funny plays.
Yeah, I think the skill level in this tournament is like kind of diverse. There's like people that have played in only like 4 or 5 months, and there's people that have been playing for like give or take 6 years. So it's interesting, and because of that, like the skill level of each table is a little bit RNG, but because it's a tournament, as long as you understand efficiency, it kind of doesn't matter as much because your luck matters a little bit more. But we're seeing in the rankings, or at least the individual rankings, that some people, whether no matter how good or bad they are, they might not be able to perform just because of RNG. We've got like a couple of master frees in the bottom 10 ranks, and we've got an adept. Well, actually, Mimo is technically not an adept, but we've got an adept currently in first place for the individual rankings.
We do love RNG in Mahjong. I don't know why we'd play it if we don't like RNG. But I think my favorite rule set of this IC tournament is the magic 20 points of inflation that you give first place.
Yes.
It just makes it so fun.
It's just like, should I push here? It's 40,000 difference. Yeah, probably. So you go from second to first. It's literally a 40,000 point jump, including whatever points you win.
It just heavily incentivized pushing, and I hate folding, so I love watching people push.
Yes.
And may or may not get rewarded. But when it gets rewarded, it's really exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the main reason I made it this format was because I've noticed that Mahjong Soul players fold a little too much, especially in tournament play. And so I'm like, okay, maybe I should make a tournament that A, teaches players how to play the game, and B, incentivizes people to push, and C, makes the captains teach how to push. So Moashi, learning on the defense theories, so on and so forth.
Interesting. I would say Mahjong School people push a lot more, I think, than like Tenho. I don't play Ricci City, so I can't commentate on that one.
So weirdly, that's not 100% true. So at Mahjong Soul, your goal is to not get fourth, mainly, because how bad fourth is. And yes, fourth is bad in all clients, but third is not terrible in Mahjong Soul. So, third is like maybe negative 10 points at most, usually. But in like Ricci City,
Yes.
you lose like negative like almost like 70, 80, 100, depending on your rank. So it's actually quite significant. And in Tenho, your R rating matters a lot, so pushing also matters. So you can't just keep folding. And Moashi happens a lot more in high level Tenho. It's kind of like throne room in Mahjong Soul.
That is true. There's a lot more Mawashing, but sometimes like you still just can't get there because of the RNG. Like you just draw a bad tile and then you just get stuck.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's the nature of Moashi, right? You push until you think the tile that you need to push is a little bit over your safety boundary, and then you fold.
I like that word, safety boundary.
Anyway, we will be watching. I don't actually schedule this manually. We'll be watching Abyss minus Brew and Kodo KT for the game. Why did you pick this table? Because this is a table you picked.
I just thought it was fun because the table ID was 1111.
Do you know any of the
That's
players
really
here?
all that it was. I do not actually.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I can give a small
So this will be
rundown.
my first time seeing them.
So Kodo KT is a VTuber, part of the Paint Twins. So she and Neon, I should say, is they both stream on the same channel, and they both do art and do mahjong. And Neon is Kodo's captain, and we've got Brew Orion. Kodo's been playing for about give or take 3 years. Brew Orion is a recent mahjong player, in quotes, recent like within the last like 6 months, I should say. They've hit expert 1, I believe, at highest. Cecilia is their captain, and so they've been doing pretty well in the tournament. They're currently, I think, 24th out of 48 plays. And Minus Light is someone who's been in the community for since about 3 years ago. So he's playing at least Mahjong for at least 3 years. They're M1, I think M1, M2 highest rank, and so they know what they're doing. And Abyss is similar. Abyss plays very defensively. So Abyss has been in the community about 3 years-ish as well. And they are, I can't remember exactly which team they're on, so I need to double check that. But Minus is on the Simply Red, which is Chunman is their coach. So Chunman, the 8 Dan from Tenho. And we've got Abyss, which is the Outsiders, which is Sparrowhawk. He's a Saint 1 in Mahjong Soul.
Very, very impressive.
Yeah,
all people. I also have to say, like, I really respect the players who are like kind of newer to Mahjong within their first year and like playing this for fun tournament, because it can kind of be scary like playing on a team when you feel like you don't know as much, but it's just all about the experience and like the building and the community.
Yeah, definitely. So my main goal for this was to get people to know other people. So like if you don't know who you can talk to or who you can ask help from, it's a little awkward to just ping random people, be like, hey, can you help me do a log review, or was this question like did I push correctly, so on and so forth. And having a captain and teammates to talk to, you can just ask any one of them. So it's kind of like a social team building networking experience. And then apart from that, you also have the ability to talk to the other teammates, the other teams, and get to know them. So and the pressure of being a new player hopefully alleviates a little because you have more people around you to talk to. But yes, some people have succumbed to pressure a little bit, and I've had to talk to them in DMs. One person did drop out because of it. It's unfortunate, but I understand, so we got a substitute for him.
Gotcha. All right. I think game should be starting soon.
Yeah, so we do have a 5-minute... Wait, hold up. Why did the game didn't start? Am I insane? That's weird. I can manually start this. That's weird. Huh? Sometimes this does this. I don't know why it does this. Function. Yeah.
Only because we're missing a player?
Shouldn't be. Okay, and then last night, Rylink's very sweet. And we're missing Shy Bunny, it looks like, from Little Flockers, so we're missing one player. Let me DM them, see what's happening. 1 second. So we're going to Little Flockers, Shy Bunny, Flockers.
Maybe you can also enlighten me on like how the teams were chosen, since I'm actually not quite familiar on how, like, I know you have the captains and I'm assuming they signed up for this role, but like how did they make their teams? Was it like a lottery? Was it a a bid system?
So it was a bidding system. So 40 people signed up, and then each person was assigned a point value based on the highest rank that they achieved in Mahjong Soul, which was a flaw in the hindsight. But then each player, so novice, adept, and expert players were worth very little, like 1 or 2 or 5 points ish, and then the Master 1 players were worth a little bit more than the expert players. So, and then Master 2 players were worth a lot more, so about 20 points, where Master 1 players were worth about 13, 14. And Master 3 players were worth more, and then Saint players were worth more. And each player then had a choice of which captain they would prefer to be chosen by. And the captains had to choose from their preferred pool first, exhaust that, and then choose from people that didn't pick anyone as their preferred captain.
That is so complicated.
It's a little complicated, but I wanted everyone to get the captain that they kind of wanted to play for, because each captain introduced themselves, had a little blurb that said, their teaching style, their play style, what they're going to teach, what rank they are, and based on that, you got to pick if you wanted to get taught by them. And some people just know certain people. Like, for example, Chunman is 8 Dan. Maybe you want to learn from 8 Dan.
True.
Mm-hmm. And, if Shiro, if you're in here, sorry, Chico, if you're in here, what would you pick? Like, what type of captain would you like to, learn from, if you were to learn from a captain?
I would have to read all their blurbs, but I think I would like a captain that has a completely different playstyle than me, because then I have a certain playstyle that I think I'm pretty solidified in, but it's always good to see different perspectives.
I see.
And because this is like a for fun tournament, right? There's like no real stakes besides like pride and fun. I think it'd be a really good opportunity to like try a different style and like not be afraid to like lose rank points, right? If I'm not confident on like some decisions.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the biggest problem with teaching someone who's already very knowledgeable about mahjong is it's hard to break their patterns or their thought patterns. So I've noticed that if I'm to teach someone, I would much prefer teach someone that is novice or adept than teach someone who's expert free, who's been in expert free master one for a long time, so like 2 or 3 years. You can't break their, like, you tell them to do something and they're like, but I don't like doing this because of my preconceived bias over 3 years. And you're like, well, like, this is the correct play. And they're like, but I don't want to do this. And they fight you on the decision a little. And that's the awkward part I've noticed about, teaching people who've already established their own, like, quote unquote play styles versus people who don't know anything and you can kind of like write their blank check.
I definitely agree with that, but it also comes down to like how willing the student is to learn, right? Because if
definitely.
they were going into it and being like, okay, I just want a few tips, they might not really take what you're saying very seriously. Whereas someone who is just really just wanting to try something new will play out of their play style for the sake of the experiment, right? Especially if, you have a captain watching, like if you're doing a simulation match, right, between all 4 players, like saying, discard this one instead and giving their reasoning, even if it's against the student's initial thought.
I 100% agree with that. So I'm not saying that the student doesn't want to learn. So the student wants to learn, but it internally or subconsciously they resist the decision because they don't believe it's correct, because based on their own like experiences, if that makes sense. So like, for example, if Yep, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
Yes. For example, like I've told people that you are in Tenpai, you should Richi. And you should Richi on this, waiting on this tile. And they're like, but it's a bad wait, I don't want to Richi. And I'm like, how bad is the wait? So I try to explain to them and try to give them detail and try to give them data. And they're like, and they still like, okay, I will Richi this, but I don't like it. You can tell in their voice that they don't think it's correct. And it's hard to dissuade them that's true, because most people think single tile Richi, so Kanchan, Tanki, so on and so forth, are bad weights. But that's not necessarily true. It depends on the weight quality based on discards, depends on the weight quality based on which tile you're waiting on, depends on a few different factors, and discard order from opponents. So those are the things that you need to teach, but it's really hard to give them all that information in one go. So you try and get them first to break the habit of saying bad weights are bad. But that's also very hard with someone who's already internalized that.
That is true, and I do see exactly where you're coming from. But I think it's hard to disagree with the fact that bad weights are bad. Bad weights can be made better by what's in the discard pool versus, like, let's just say an edge weight, but you see a lot of like a very useful tile around it, or like maybe one suit is more dangerous. But like no one likes having to wait on like a Kanchan or Penchan.
But that's the thing. I disagree with that 100%. I don't mind having an early Kanchan 2M 8S wait. I don't mind having an early 1M Tanki 9S Tanki. That's fine. Like the win rate on a 2M Kanchan is 43%. And a win rate on a Ryanman,
but what if it's
C-class
like
Ryanman,
middle row 3?
I will still take it if I'm first to reach. Yeah.
Okay.
So the problem is people overestimate how good Ryanmans are. So a middle row 3 Ryanman that looks live is actually bad, because it means it's probably dead. And you can see that. We can watch this game and you watch someone Richi. Wait until a like row 3 or end of row 2 and they reach on a Ryanman. See how many tiles are left in the wall. And you'll normally see on average 2 to 3.
That is very common, absolutely. Especially middle tiles, since everyone is trying to use them. But it's not any different, like middle of row, like statistics is a whole thing that I don't get into very often, but this is a great Sanshoku coming up for Blurian. But side note,
Orion, yep, the 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku, and Junchan as well.
Orion, yep. Oh, we're getting closer to that. Cut the one so commit to the Sanshoku.
Yep. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine, I guess. Yeah.
That's fine. But like a like 4/7 Ramen, it has always historically been one of the worst, because it's like one of the best tiles to wait on. You're unlikely going to get someone to discard it if you Richi. So like it's
Go on.
I was just saying it's also just the factor of when is it and like how desperate someone else is trying to push their hand. The level of a weight is not good enough by its statistic alone. I feel like feel like personal playstyle and knowing who you're playing on the table affects a lot of decision making on what I am willing to wait for, basically.
The biggest problem
when I'm willing to push a bad weight.
The biggest problem with that is in a Mahjong Soul game, you can't tell who you're playing against, so you can only play based on statistical averages. Unless you're playing the same person over and over again, then you're cheating and you're probably going to get banned. But the chances of you knowing how someone else is going to play on a Mahjong Soul ranked game is very low. So you can't be like that. They aren't going to push. Like, you don't know. You can maybe tell by their profile, but it's unlikely that you have someone who you play consistently to find out, right? Ooh, okay. Do you cut 8 pin here or 9 pin? 9 pin is safe. 8 pin is okay. Cuts 9 pin. Yeah. Ooh, minus sumos instantly.
Okay.
Unfortunate, Koto loses the 6-man because the 6-man actually is the weight for Koto KT, and minus gets the Takame on the 6M on the 678 Sanshoku. But yeah, but this is similar to these conversations I have with people who have established plays. They are very resistant against the fact that bad weights aren't bad. I will give you an example. 4-7 on average has a win rate of 50%, 50.3% to be exact. And a 2M Kanchan has a 43%, so only a 7% less win rate. So the win rate actually isn't that much lower. Niners. Okay, Chun cut here probably.
I'm curious if this is going Itsu here for minus.
For minus, a 5M, 7M draw? It's possible. Because they are Ishanten. There's no reason not to deny it once you get the 7M. The question is, do you Richi? That's the biggest question.
I would say yes, they're dealer. I mean, if they get to the Itsu Tenpai.
For 7M? Okay, interesting.
If they end up drawing like 4 pin, maybe I would cut 9-man. Maybe.
Oh yeah, for the
Depending on
Ryankan.
how late it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
will say Ari has a very nice hand shaping up with lots of Dora. I see Hatu Dora 3 with very usable shapes. The 9, it could be kept. Likely to be using the 7 so as the pair. Really hoping to also get a 7-man, which we have 3 left in the wall.
I think the 9S keep is actually incorrect here. The 3S could, as a floating tile, allows you to upgrade the 9 item. So if you draw around 5S, 2S, you can upgrade into a Ryanmin, or like for example here, this is a backfire. So keeping the random 9S does basically nothing. You already cut the 8S, it's not super useful. So if you draw 7S, you're just fruiting. So the better play would have been just keep the 3S, cut the 9S, and if you draw 4S as 2S, just cut the 8-9M. So you'll be Ryanmin Tenpai.
I think another thought could be committing to that Penchan shape, even though personally I would also have cut just thrown the 9-so back, but 9-so is technically a little bit safer considering she sees the 2 7-sos and she has 2 8-sos on the table as well.
Abyss is male and Minus Light is male, Koto is female, and Brew is female. Not all good, all good.
That pronouns.
Not all good, all good. Just you're new to the community, it's okay. I think the biggest problem with that mentality is you call Hatsu to win, you don't call Hatsu to lose. So keeping a safe tile while in like this type of Tenpai is generally bad. Oh, Ishanten I should say. Because when you open, you want to win fast. If you play slowly when you open, you're contradicting why you're opening. And especially since you have 8,000 points in this format, because Kyoryuge Mangan's on, it's generally ill-advised to cut your acceptance to a better weight. Hey Captain, welcome. Captain Windfall. Thanks for the raid, welcome. Unfortunately, I don't know what you're playing, but welcome. This is day 11, slot 1. We got Ichigo here. 7M Penchan, so we are stuck on this Penchan. Koto might drop the West here and then maybe 7M later on, but it's unlikely because she has 1 pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs, so 6M is like a great draw for Koto here.
That's also an interesting draw for minus.
It is
She
Ishanten.
can change.
Let's cut the 7-pin.
I mean, what do you think about cutting the 9-mon at that point?
I think you can't because you lose the ability to open the hand. So 7M Pen Chan Chi or 5M Kan Chan Chi gives you the Itsu open. Keeping the 7-pin doesn't really do anything. Cutting 9-mon doesn't really do anything either because sure, you get the 6-pin, but it's unopenable, if that makes sense. Oh, does get Tenpai.
Oh, rewarded.
Yeah, nice.
Will Ricci waiting for the 7-mon?
This will be a head bump if 7-mon does come out. 2 7-mons left in the wall, 13 tiles left, or 27 technically tiles left because of a dead wall.
And blue changes her Kanchan weight from a 3-pin to a 5-pin.
Mm-hmm. The
less life weight, just one in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, Abyss does take the 7S Champon, so 7S is safe. It's going to be very interesting if someone draws and cuts it, because Minus did cut it. It looks like it's still 1 in the wall. Oh no, wait. Minus might draw the 7S right now. Oh, okay, doesn't. Luckily. Two tiles left in the wall. One 7S, 2 7Ms. Is there one more 7M left in the wall? It could be the Haite tile. But Koto draws it. Koto draws it and has no reason to cut at all.
But it's very, very, safe in Koto's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And it will just be Koto no 10 with the other 3 getting 1,000 points.
Mm-hmm.
But Minus gets to keep their dealership.
Yeah, excellent. Repeats are very important, especially in these type of formats. You want to repeat as much as you can until you're too far ahead. Minus's current team, I believe, is what was their team? They were currently Chunman's team, which is 4th place. They are 4th place, but by only 75.1 points. So it's one good first from Sparrowhawk's team, which is the outsiders, would actually make them like drop out of 4th place. Oh, nice draw of the Kanchan Phil. Still a little awkward, the 7-pound Penchan and like random 8S free 5M Kanchan. Sparrowhawk's team, the outsiders, is currently 5th.
South Bing Door is super, super interesting in the non-south wind, right? So we have Ari having 1, which can use it, but we also have Blue having 1.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how long it takes for Blue to discard the south, or if she'll keep it until the very end.
I think Brew's going half flush, or maybe Swanko Toy Toys, something along those lines. So there's a high chance that Brew just keeps the south forever, mainly because of the discard order. See, 6M, 7S, 5M, never keeping any of the middle Manzu tiles or Sozu tiles.
This is a really good pull for Ari. I believe that is what, Ishan 10?
Yes, it is. But the problem is it's 7-pin Penchan and 4 7-pin overlap, so it's a little awkward. Doesn't cut the door still. Okay, interesting. Oh, Forest Kanchan Phil?
Mm-hmm. Wow, what a great 2 Kanchan fills. But well, I guess it has been like 8 turns.
And they only have Kanchan, so it's a little awkward. There is a 3-4-5 Sanshoku chance as well if they draw 5-pin and then 3-pin and then 4M.
Okay, it does look like this half flush is coming into.
This is probably a Chi. Yeah, Forest. Well, there's a Chinitsu as well, technically, if you draw well enough, but it's a little awkward. Ooh.
I think that just determines on how fast Ari or Koto can get into Tenpai.
Mm-hmm. Koto considering whether to take the Chinitsu, cutting the 789? No, it doesn't. Unfortunate.
Karagiris.
Wait, hold up. Their weight is...
Ari drawing this pair up of Souths.
Oh, wow, okay. That's going to be huge if Brew ever drops it. Or he draws the last one. There is 1 South left in the wall. That's not bad. That gives you...
Wait.
That gives you technically 2, 3, 4 Sanshoku, so you have to keep the 2M and 5M, because it could be 3, 4, 5, depending if you draw the 5-pin or not. There is only 2 5-pins left, though. Mm-hmm. 6-pin... Oh, I see. Keeping the Chun as safe tile. And because we already have 6M as pair, if we pawn south, we can just cut Chun into the 4 7-pin Tenpai. That's fair.
decision though if they would take the 4/7 pin Chi and go Atozuge for the south.
I guess it depends on how long it takes, right? If I think I'd take it coming into row 3 because the chance of me getting Tenpai is already pretty low right now. The 6M looks like it's pretty dead with one 6M cut here, so the Champon is not that great. South not coming out probably means it's never coming out. We do miss the Sanshoku, but it's Richi Pinfu, 1 4M weight. There is 3 tiles left in 22. Wow, that's actually huge. 2 1Ms and 3 4Ms. Technically from Minus's view, but we see, as you see, row 3 Richis usually in 3 tiles left. There isn't that many.
This is really sad though, because if you look at their pond, right, their first turn for E10. Turn 1, so that makes winning a little bit more difficult considering they have to self-draw the win.
Well,
and then Ari actually does take the Atozuge, waiting on the south, finds one of the 1-mon, but obviously Minus can't win on it.
Yeah. Oh, Minus deals on the south. Oh, that is unfortunate. 8k right there.
Yeah.
Oh. That is one of the risks of reaching when you have no Dora in your hand. When you have no Dora, other people are incentivized to push, and if they're incentivized to push, then if you deal in, it's usually going to be big. Okay, interesting.
I mean, it is very tempting though. Like a ramen weight is not bad, and you're like, maybe someone is hiding the Dora.
I think Dama there was fine though, honestly. Only because you see no Dora and you're Fruiton and it's only Richi Pinfu. Like, I understand from a points perspective and like from a tournament perspective, reaching might be fine, and you can maybe scare off players. But the problem with scaring off players is you need to bluff them that your hand is big. And if you're gonna bluff them that your hand is big, you're basically praying that they're not close to Tenpai and they don't have Dora, because otherwise they're just gonna push against you.
I think the Furriton was the hardest part of the decision. Oh, okay, I think you wait. Please wait, because you could also have Junchan here if you just get literally any other
if you kept the 1S, you mean? I was gonna say this, by the way.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they shouldn't have cut 1S, they should cut one of the honors and kept 1S because they had Sanshoku chance, and that come back to bite them. So if you look back on the first turn here, this 1S cut is, I think, incorrect with the 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku chance and Chanta Junchan chance. I'm okay with cutting one of these, keep the 4S floater. Oh, that's Chanta.
Oh, will they take the Chanta upgrade? It does take the Chanta upgrade, so it will be Chanta Dora 1.
Yeah, so it's 8k.
Richi Chanta, so it's Mangan, guaranteed.
Yes. Once cut. Oh, Brood cuts this. Oh no, you're right. It's 12k.
Oh, this
Brood
is 100%,
instantly cuts it.
And it's Ipatsu. Reach Ipatsu Chanta Dora.
Ura 1 is Baimon? I'm sorry, Hanuman? No, Ura, luckily.
Yes. No, Ura. It's okay. It's still 12,000 points.
Yeah, 12k is pretty expensive. That's unfortunate for Brood. That is a very baited, like, bait weight. Normally if you draw that, you instantly cut it if you want a Moashi. Oh.
Absolutely. Once cut honor high is, once cut honor tile is so good of a weight.
Yeah, it's you normally
especially
see it in
that
Chitoi.
early, you don't expect it.
Well, Minus hand looks very Honitsu. With the east-west already paired up. Oh, draws another Sozu tile.
Oh,
damn.
Wow. Okay, wow.
Do we cut east here?
Chushantan, but honestly...
Pawn? Yep.
Absolutely. I was like, before the 8-so draw, there's also Dreams of Toy Toy, but I think with the 8-so draw, it just commits just to the east Honitsu.
Yeah. 3-9 is pretty good. Well, Brood already Tenpai, by the way.
Oh, very nice tile.
Abyss or Aria Solo is Chitoi Shanten with Aka 5S, though there is no... Oh, Ron. That was a very quick Hatsu, Ron. Okay.
Blue, like, I need to get these points back that I just lost.
And taking a small win isn't that bad. If your hand isn't worth much and you can't finagle it to be worth a lot, 1,000 points is fine because it stops other people from winning their big hands. Like, for example, the 3-9 from Minus that had the Honitsu Hatsu. Was it Hatsu? No, it was Honitsu West or something. Or North.
East.
No. East? Oh, Honitsu East, yes. Yeah, so that's 3-9 and you stop Minus from progressing, and which allows you to catch up easier.
Absolutely, especially with Arya so far in first right now that the fight right now is just to get enough points to guarantee at least second place before you start fighting.
Yeah, if you have a big hand, you can maybe try and play for a slightly slower, but when you just don't have a big hand, your main goal right now is to confirm second. And maybe first if your team needs it. But I don't think anyone on this table needs it except for Tea House. Tea House has to get first. They don't have enough games left. There's only 5 games after this. And they need about 400 points, was it? 636 points. Okay, never mind. That requires...
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, that requires a 70k first or 6 games. That's a little hard. 2-pin Karagiri? Okay.
This is always a funny shape because when I get a Kanchan fail, so Kodo had 1 3-pin and then drew the 2-pin.
Oh.
But then he's like, okay, great, thanks for the 2. And then like, oh, I didn't need a second 2. Slight backfire on the Penchon cut, but I do think was the right decision at the time, considering
definitely.
The the Kanchan Tanki on the right.
Actually, is it definitely correct? Ninus has wider acceptance cutting. So if you cut the Ninus, you get the headless Anko. Oh, Brood deals in immediately. Oh, Hatsunomi though.
Take the nice 1,500 points.
Yeah, so not too expensive. A little annoying because Brew had a decent hand going in, but unfortunately we're gonna reset. Once again, Brew has free Dora. Oh, not once again. They had 2 Dora last game, but free Dora, and I think they're the only person with Dora on this table. Oh, except for Kodo with 1 5-pin. Hands are kinda ugly though. Yeah. Abyss's hand is... Oh, sorry, Arya's hand is like, yeah, it exists. Like, it exists.
It can exist. I really think Minus's hand will be interesting because considering they have the Anko of 7-pin and quite a lot of... well, we'll see what happens with the 4-pin, but the 4-so. But I feel like the 7-pin will be very useful, I guess, especially because it is like a Dora connection tile.
One of the things that you can kind of figure out when you have like something like this is the upper pins is basically unviable. So upper pins is completely safe, obviously, just because it's 1 chance most of the time, unless it deals in Shampot. So that's your current weakness with the 9-pin draw. So if you draw 9-pin, you basically have to draw 8-pin. But the problem with this hand right now is it's valueless. So I'm not sure how Minus is going to get value from this hand. Maybe Urasan, but like it's going to be a little awkward. Because there's no Tanyao, there's no way to make this hand that much faster, and there's an Adis or 7M cut here. Yeah.
The value is Ricci and Prey.
Yeah, Ricci and Prey pretty much. Hope to flip Ura.
Hope to flip Ura.
Right.
Kodo also trying to make the most of their Dora, keeping both the red 5 and the 9-pin, hoping for this 8 Kanchan, which isn't actually too bad. 2 left in the wall. So they do have a chance of getting it.
The 2 is well, I think the problem with Kanchan round Dora is you have to draw it if you get Tenpai on it. I don't think many people cut the Dora Soba tile, so the connector tile to the Dora. So if Koto gets the 2-5M and then 2-5S here, and then Ricci's on the 8-pin, I think it's Sumo only, which is fine. Not a huge problem, but the win rate on it is kind of low. Because a lot of times...
I think I'd never realized how much more of a stats guy you are in Mahjong.
I am pure digital, 100% pure digital. And
that's so interesting.
Yeah, I don't do occult. I don't do feelings. Everything is like numbers. If I'm doing something and I cut a tile and it's not based on numbers, it's because I don't know the number. But that means I go look it up. You know what I mean?
I am so interested and fascinated by that. I am very almost pure occult player. I do a lot of occult. I also play a lot by feeling and like kind of vibe check the person because I do a lot of in-person play. So that's kind of how I like to play Mahjong. So like hearing all these stats, I'm just like very impressed that like you have them on the top of your head.
It's because they appear so often, right? So when you play enough, there are certain checks in place that usually come across. So usually you come across Kanchan weights and you ask yourself, do I want to take this Kanchan weight? And then you ask yourself, what is the win rate on a Ryanman turn 6 Riichi, so on and so forth, based on A, B, C class? What is the win rate on Furutin, Karatin, Tanki? It's 100% because everyone folds. But yeah, there's it's stuff like that. But it obviously it's prone to failure because there are not everyone plays purely digital, so you can't always determine weights based on like reads, and because of that, there are outliers to the to what you decide to do. Brew cutting the 8 so is interesting. I guess that is Sakigiri. Wanting the 4-7 guaranteed rather than the 5S 9-pin Shampon or 7-pin Kanchan. And
Looks
Kodo
like
just gone for
Kodo
K10.
is going for the K10.
2-5S, 2-5M. East is being kept for a lot longer than I expected. It is a safe tile, but you're cutting like... okay. How do you decide between when to cut your safe tile and when not to cut your safe tile? When you're cutting a dangerous tile in row 3.
How to determine it?
How do you determine it? So
how likely do I think other people are in Tenpai right now? Also, the value of my hand. If I still have no hope of getting Tenpai, I think I would just start folding at this point because I see very little Dora, and I also gave up my Dora. But the fact that everyone else is like still closed and we're doing quite a lot of, well, before the Riichi, there's quite a lot of Sumogiriing. I would think that people are in Ishan Tenhel.
Ooh, Reach does go down. Does Kodo achieve this for K10? No. The 1M is safe, so it's a little unfortunate Kodo folds on the 3M, but it is fine because they don't have a draw left. Technically, they could still get K10 by pawning, but it is what it is. Mine is taking that Reach probably because like risk was not super high with the 3M deal in, but it wasn't impossible. Yeah, it was about I actually don't know the percentage on that one. It was a little weird. I think there was like 4 Sujis left, so 1 in 4 is like not too bad, but we saw most of the 4Ms. Ooh, Brew drawing the Arca 5S. The problem here is this hand's a little awkward to win. We've got the Penchan, we've got the Guest Wind North, and we've got a 9S floater, and the only good floaters have Tsuji to each other, so like preferable draw here is like Haku and hope to pawn it.
With a hand like this, I am trying to upgrade as much but saving as many safe tiles. Even though it's my dealership, I have to assume, right? You have to assume other people's hands are faster. So you don't want to like just give up from the first turn, but having the pair of North gives you a really high chance of like being able to Mawashi later on. And if you by some miracle do get to Tenpai first, then you just take the Riichi.
Yeah, of course. Especially when you're dealer last place and it's your last dealership as well. There's no incentive to fold. Folding is probably asking for trouble from your captain.
That was an excellent draw. The 7 So Penchan. And I do like keeping the 6-pin floater.
I'm curious if you're supposed to keep the 5S floater of the 3-pin. I don't super like this 5S floater that much. I think I like the 3-pin 6-pin, preferably over this 5S floater because I don't want to make this shape stronger. This shape 5-6 shape is already strong enough by itself, and 5S is once cut already, so the pair 5 only has 1 tile acceptance, and where the 3-pin 6-pin allows me to have a much wider. Wait, hold up, what?
I don't think I agree with that one.
The 6-pin cut or the 3-pin cut?
No, the 6-pin cut right here.
Yep.
Just if there was a world that they wanted to keep like the 5 so, just because
this is Ishan.
You already have all of your shapes confirmed. Yeah, so you are basically waiting on the Penchan. But I guess Blue trying to maximize value here, maybe hoping to draw a second Dora or maybe a 4-so.
I think it was almost like a Honitsu pivot, but the 1-so cut earlier makes it a little awkward. Oh, 2-so as well.
Honitsu pivot would be hard, also cutting cutting the white dragon so early as the only Yaku High tile you had that would give you any value.
With 2 Dora, you don't technically need it. They started with 2 Dora in the hand, so it does give them 12k if they pivot to Honitsu. North, okay. Don't see much Manzu discards from Koto, lower Manzu, so not testing the lower Manzu first. North cut does remove Chitoi Shanten, unfortunately, though. Ooh, that is a deal-in tile.
Draws the 7-pin deal-in.
Yeah. Doesn't deal in, cuts the 7M, which is not safe, just randomly tosses it, interesting. Gets the Kutsuki 7-pin and 4S, so your Tenpai on anything around 7-pin or 4S. 3S gives you the Peiko chance, 6-pin gives you Sanman Chan 258.
This is a very hard decision for Brew, just because there's not really a lot of information on Manzu, as we said. We know that the upper Manzu, probably pretty safe at this point, but not very much info on the lower Manzu.
With especially this 2-pin keep is a little awkward, mainly because we've cut 3-pin, 1-pin, so the Kutsuki around the 2-pin is almost always Furutan. Wait, is it always Furutan? No, it's always Furutan. So you kind of, if you're pushing, you kind of need to cut this 2-pin over the 2M. And you just keep the Kutsuki 6-pin here.
I think at this point you keep. Okay, I was gonna cut 2-pin here instead of 9-man, but this is the fold. This is the 9-man, 9-man, 9-man.
Can you fold though in last place South 1? I don't think you're allowed to.
I don't think you're allowed to with this rule set and dealer Dora 2.
Yeah.
However,
definitely.
the decision was made.
This
is also Sumo for minus. I'm not sure what the pause is. Deciding.
That was
Maybe
interesting.
a slight lag.
Maybe. Interesting. Maybe that was, that might have been a hiccup on internet on my side. Maybe.
Gotcha. Sumo Nomi, I think that was a good choice considering they had fold options. But they were Tenpai, so keep Tenpai.
Definitely. Brew now in a little bit of a problem because she no longer has dealership, so needs to somehow secure what, like 13,000 points ish somehow, or just a Mangan Sumo here will get her almost into second place.
Arya in the same spot to benefit from South once again, not having it be Dora but double South. Oh, but Brew kind of kills that dream, being mochi.
Yeah. What do you
we'll
think about the 8S cut here?
First, or if they'll be pairs.
What do you think about the 8S cut from Brew's hand instead of cutting the 9S?
Hold on.
Yeah, all good.
I agree with that. I agree with cutting the penchant.
Okay. You wouldn't consider keeping the 8S for the 7S acceptance for the 6, 7, 8, and then having the 5, 6 shape with the 4, 7 Ryanman? You don't want the overlaps, is that what you're saying?
No, and I do want to. I think with this shape, I'm probably going to end up on a Shampoo shape. But I also really want to look at getting this Honitsu pivot, just considering I do have Yakuhai pair of wins, and I have a lot of Manzu.
Yep. The unfortunate part is we know that Abyss has, or Arya has the double south. I'm sorry, this person's name in Twitch is Abyss Array, so I keep referring to them as Abyss. Yeah. Forum is very nice. This is Tenpai on 7M South Champon. Doesn't take the
Maybe looking for an upgrade potentially.
They are
Ramen, but
first. They are first and don't want to reach you.
They also have 3 red 5s.
Yeah,
it's a lot of Dora to having no win condition besides South.
Yeah, it's a little awkward. I don't know if I like this. It's interesting because they're first. They don't technically have to take this Richi. And South comes up more readily if you Dharma. So I don't hate this. It's 8,000 points. It's just you just missed out on the win on the 7M. Is that a problem? I'm not sure if that's a problem. It's okay, I guess. And it allows them to fold if they draw Haku.
It's also a decision. Exactly. I think that was the point. Is if on the off chance Haku comes out, it gives you a fold path.
Sorry, it is Sasha. My apologies, I missed that.
Tenpai.
It is Sanshoku 3, 4, 5. So 7M does is a Ron. 1M left.
Brew
Ooh.
is in Tenpai.
Yes.
That is so painful for Minus getting all 3 of the Hakudora.
Unfortunate.
Oh, and there will be the one.
This steals in if they push it. Oh, you Dharma not. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is cheap though. It is cheap.
The SSK Aka 3 is a little bit painful to lose.
Yeah, SSK Aka 3 with double 9 potential, which is 12,000. Hands are a little awkward from in Koto and Arya's hand. Not great shapes. Koto does pair up the Haku, so there is a just go Chi 7S and see what happens like root, and then you get the maybe Honitsu if you draw another like Yakuhai or another Honor. But it's a little awkward. I think Brew's hand's currently the best. There is a very small 3-4-5 Sanshoku with a 4-5-4-5-ish if you draw 3 pin. But it's a little awkward.
Well, they did just get the 3-so for the 3-4-5 on the Sozu, so it's one step in that direction. Also chances for Tanyao, so you could call if someone tosses the 3 pin.
I don't think you're allowed
but
to.
That would kind of kill value. So
it actually
ideally you draw.
Yeah.
You draw.
It confirms last almost, doesn't it?
Because we're in South 3.
Yeah, if you...
It does not confirm last, but it makes it... You're trying to secure a much harder placement in South 4. Ideally, you would want more points. But if you end up with Tanyao Sanshoku, you're only like, 3,000 points away from 3rd place?
3,200, yes. 3,200 direct hit would be like...
It does depend on if it's a self-draw or... Yeah, if it's direct hit, I think it's only 1,000 off. But it would make you have to win South 4.
Yeah, and you have to win South 4, and the average chance of winning a hand is about 20%. So you're basically... You're fighting against the odds. So 80% chance of not winning a hand, 20% chance of winning a hand based on any high pie you flip. It's a little awkward. It's why usually people say if you don't have the ability to overtake in South 3, unless it's like a really small difference, winning, you might want to try and get more value first, because winning in one hand is easier than winning in 2 hands, just because of how low chance you can win back to back.
Absolutely. We have a potential Chitoi attempt over here on the left from Minus.
That is Honitsu?
Also Honitsu as well.
Yeah, Menhon Chitoi would be insane. Does not take it. It's Toi, isn't it? Oh.
An interesting call. Yeah, Toi. With
Toi
one Uncle of the West.
Toi Honitsu is 8,000 points in this rule set, so it's actually really nice.
We love Karagiri. We love Kiryage Mangan.
We also love
no
Karagiri.
one wants to deal with 7,700. We also love Karagiri. And Karage.
Ah, yes. Yakitori.
All
also.
good.
Actually, I hate Yakitori while I'm playing Mahjong. I love Yakitori outside of Mahjong. Delicious.
Very delicious.
Have you heard of the superstition where you're not supposed to eat Yakitori before playing Mahjong?
I have never heard of it, but that does make a lot of sense that would be a superstition. Okay, we have the Tenpai for Minus. Toi Honitsu guaranteed 8,000 points.
Oh no, Brew's going to deal in here.
Is stuck in blue. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. The root of Brew not dealing in is she draws 5 pin.
There's a world if they get...
And gets a Sanshoku.
Or 3 pin.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, but... Oh, this is difficult because this is not helpful for Brew and deals into Koto for Dora a billion.
Oh no. Okay. 3S first. That's great. But the problem is, if you draw 9S, you deal in on the 2 pin, which is also 8,000 points. It's 8,000 points or 8,000 points deal in.
Arya deals in here. Arya does deal in here. 2 Koto, which is Haku Dora 3, also 8,000.
This is really bad for Brew. This is the one person that she did not want to win. Okay, so technically anyone can take first now. Technically, I think.
Yes.
Minus has a lot harder chance of taking first. They need like a Hanuman Sumo. Koto can just repeat, and Brew has problems, I guess. Peru's like win con is like really awkward right now because Mangan Sumo is not enough. Mangan Sumo is 1,100 off, or 1,200 because of split Uma. But so she's gonna need some sort of Hanuman Sumo or direct hit AK. Okay.
Is direct 52 enough?
I don't believe so. Direct 52 is off by like 2.7.
Yeah, a couple hundred. Well, direct 52.
Yeah, so it's 10.4, which is 2,700 difference.
It's off.
Yeah. Okay. So now the question is, does
I
Abyss...
think Koto
has
a
Abyss...
pretty good chance of repeating here.
Koto? I think Abyss and Minus probably wins first because of the Haku or Hatsupon here.
Well, there's the Haku.
Still... That's still 2 Shanten. I don't know about the forum cut. The forum cut seems weird. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Like, you kind of want to slim down your blocks to what do you call it? I think it's Nina's cut over the forum. I think. I'm trying to reason, like, is there a better cut? Oh, Tenpai? You are right. Koto does get Tenpai first. Does she take it, though?
Which value do you want? Or do you give up all value? Okay, we'll wait on Dora Tanki.
Dora Kancha.
I don't know.
So 1 for yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so 2S kind of dead. A little bit. There's only 1 left in the war, 3 in people's hands. And your discards don't look like Sozu is going to be coming out.
No, but Brew needs to fight. Ideally, well, actually, so Brew could end up here and just trying to just like maintain some kind of Moashi K10. I just hope for a repeat. But if Brew gets enough value or Tenpai, they can also push.
Is that true?
Well, if Koto repeats, right?
The thing is, Brew Mangan Sumo's third now. Because of the Richi stick. So do you take the
But if she Mangan
chance?
Sumos, she would have to... I don't know.
Oh, but Koto Sumos...
Never mind. What Koto Sumo anyways. On the very last
great.
2-so.
Yeah, that's not good. That's really bad. So the condition now for Brew has to be Hanuman. So the Mangan's now out the window. If I'm understanding this correctly, yeah, it has to be Hanuman. Oh, that's really awkward.
11,000.
It doesn't look like there's a Hanuman chance in Brew's hand, unfortunately. There's a Chitoi Hanuman route, I guess, if you draw 3 up. And okay, yeah, maybe that's a shortcut to Hanuman here. The Richi, Chitoi, Sumo, Uratu. And that actually, does it put her? No, it still puts her in third, unfortunately.
Chitoi. Well, Richi Sumo Chitoi Dora 2 does get the third place Hanuman, but if you get Uratu Baiman? Is that
Richi,
enough?
Chitoi, Sumo, Dora 2, Uratu. Baiman is enough. Yes, Baiman is enough. Baiman would would that make Brew first? Hold on, let me just click on this side because it's easy to calculate this. Baiman Sumo, no.
It would be Baiman Sumo.
Yeah, so it's 22k swing, is it?
You need Sumo to get to Baiman.
Is it 22? No, it's not 4k. No, it is 20k swing against non-dealer. So it's not first. It is still second. It'd be 16k plus 4k, right?
Fourth to second is huge in placement bonuses by itself.
That's correct. If you buy Sumo, it's plus 16 points, and then fourth to second is plus 40 points. So you actually Sumo 50. Sorry, 6. Am I failing? 56k. Ooh. Okay, you have to Sumo here, but do you take the Tenpai? You have to Richi. That's
no, you have to Richi. You have to Richi.
But you Richi on 2S.
The wait one turn.
Do you
wait one
Richi
turn to get a better Tanki?
Oh, that's not a better Tanki though. Because that's
no, it's also furry 10. Can't take it.
Yeah.
Oh, but it will be the just taking the 2S.
It passes Sumo, by the way, if you think about it. If you kept the free pin, it's a Patsusumo.
You can't think like that, Icy. That's a dangerous route to go on.
Look, this is why I hate Chitoy, okay?
I am just as such of a Chitoy hater as you. I also hate Chitoy.
Ah, nice. High five. The problem with 2S is I think no one cuts it from... Kodo doesn't cut it because she needs it. And Minus can technically use it, like in quotes. And I think Abyss or Aria Solar is going to not cut 2S. They're probably just going to full fold. So Brew has a really high chance of getting second here. Really high chance of getting third, if not second. 2 left in the wall.
I mean, we have to Sumo anyway if we want to get the second place. I think.
Oh no, direct hit is enough, isn't it? It's not. Richie,
for third, direct hit is enough for third.
Yeah, direct hit minus is enough, and direct hit Koto is enough if you flip Ura, and then you get second. But I don't think Koto is dealing it. Oh, still 2 more left in the wall, so pretty healthy. No one's drawn him. Does Brew pull this off?
For Tonki weight, this is pretty good, especially looking at the discards now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't look at discards after the recheat, but it could lure some people into a false sense of security that lower Sozu are a little bit safer.
It depends
now,
on how many.
If the 5-so gets dropped, then that would be a lot better. But all the 5-sos are locked in Arya's hand.
There is what, 1 Arca 5-so left? Yeah, 1 Arca 5-so. And that requires other people to have non-safe tiles to you as well. I think everyone's just throwing basically Genbutsu at this point. Haku is pretty safe here. Chance of dealing to Chitoy is the only... Like, Hellweight Chitoy is the only thing. Well, not Hellweight, but one's cut Haku Chitoy. And the hand is Chitoy, but it's not 2S.
Minus the only one really having any incentive to push, but also doesn't really...
Oh, no.
Whoa.
Oh no! Abyss getting the Dharma Tenpai on the same turn that Brew draws a 4-pin. Oh no!
It's Takame Ipeko as well. So it'll be
no!
Ipeko Dora 1.
That is devastating. Oh no! The good thing is, Brew's team can take this 4th. They are currently first by a lot of points, so it's actually okay. It's not terrible. It's bad for individual standing, but it's not terrible for the team. They are like what 200 points above second place, 214 points above second place. So it's not terrible. This 4th is going to be a negative like 40-ish. So their loss isn't going to affect their team's first place too much. Obviously, they can't lose too many more, but it is fine. They have a buffer for this reason. And we'll go to the second game. This is where Demon, Fairy Sweet, and Shy Bunny is. Oh, Fairy Sweet is coming first in Ricci and South 4. This is all last. Oh, wait, this is the last reach, potentially? Oh, no, they're dealer, sorry.
I was going to say this earlier, but I think last night is just flexing on everyone. Actually equipping the winning streak title.
The winning streak title they recently gotten, so I think they were farming Sanma to try and get it from memory.
No, it has to be 4-player.
Oh, it has to be?
Unless yes, so you have to win 5 times in a row in Sanma and 5 times in a row in 4-player to get the title.
Right. I accidentally got that title like a long time ago. I just haven't equipped it because I don't want people to target me in ranked.
No, I also have it, but I absolutely refuse to equip it. I'm like, this feels like bragging, and also it also does feel like I'm painting a target on my back.
It's bad juju. The 4-pin does come out, which is a little bit dangerous. It's half Suji. The 4-pin doesn't really advance the hand because you kind of want to cut 6-pin, but 8-so comes out here maybe? The 5S comes out. This is technically more dangerous as well. Oh no. There's a chance Shy Bunny deals in here, yeah. That does help the hand, so maybe it doesn't, and reaching a 7S? Yeah. Chases on Genbutsu.
I don't know why you wouldn't keep the 5. Well, why wouldn't you keep the 5 instead of the 8? Then you have that 4-7 chance.
I know the reason, and it's because Shy Bunny has only been playing this game for 4 months, so the efficiency is not completely ingrained. And like, so a lot of times when new players look at a hand, they get tunnel visioned a little, and they don't think about upgrades. And that's usually the reason, yeah. Though, you know, we can always ask her later, but I don't think she will be getting first, unfortunately, though. Okay, 2-pin.
Last night also Ishan 10.
Yeah. Last night pushing here will be a little awkward because very close to Shy Bunny's last place. Shy Bunny puts herself in last with his Ricci, but it will be a repeat. So it will be only a temporary last, and now taking a 2k swing against Right Links and last night, so it's not too bad. No, Fairy Sweet is a Saint, not a Celestial. It's a 2k swing because you lose a Ricci stick. Okay.
So now there is, it looks like 2 Ricci sticks actually. Yeah, 2 Ricci sticks in the pawn, so 2,300 up for grabs, which only makes, what's the math?
Did you see that draw? 3M as a pair? That's rigged. That's actually rigged.
Also, Ishan 10, Kanchan Ishan 10, but Ishan 10 nonetheless.
Yeah, 4-pin best draw, I guess, and you just slam this maybe. It really depends on how much you believe in your 8-pin Kanchan. I believe Demons, as a player, he clicks Ricci on like literally everything, so he's going to Ricci that.
Mi Tenpai, mi Ricci.
Yeah, pretty much.
Great philosophy.
Like, you have the choice of making a mistake not reaching.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was going to say, Bunny going Honitsu with the Aka 5. If they get the Hatsu, it will be a Mangan, which would put them up into 2nd place. But last night only needs about 2,000 points with including the points on the table. So, I mean, they have way more than that, but they only need like 2,000.
Do they even need 2,000? Because it's 2,300 points on the table, and they need just 1 Han. Yeah. So they can win any 1 Han hand, and it's good. Like, there's even a consideration of 6M Chi. I'm not saying it's good, but like I might consider the 6M Chi just because I want to be able to open on the on this Kanchan. But the problem is you don't have one more shape for the Tanyao, so it's a little awkward unless you Chi 6S. So I'm not 100% sure if I definitely Chi 6M, but the Ishanten's a little awkward. Oh, 6-pin is.
Oh, this is a nice.
I think I like the 9-pin cut here.
I agree with the 9-pin cut. I think I do want to think about the Tanya upgrade just in case the 6-mon comes out, because again, you only need 1 Han.
And then you can Chi the 4-pin later
Bunny
if you need another shape. Oh.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, Bunny does also want the 4-pin and will be cheating this one to be Tenpai.
Oh,
yeah.
What? Hold up. Doesn't take the 5-8-pin, takes the Chun Tanki. Hey, wait, hold up. This isn't Chun Man's team. Why is Chun Tanki happening here?
Read.
Oh.
This is a soul read here.
Oh no! Wait, this is Eva Shy Bunny gets lost. Oh no! Cut Chun, please. Cut Chun, please. No! Cutting the Dora. Unfortunately, Shy Bunny doesn't notice that's Dora and cuts it immediately, not knowing the danger on it. Oh, and it's massive.
It is hard because there's no tips in this game, but it will be 12,000 points.
Yeah, Demon getting
not enough for
second.
First, but definitely enough for second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, poor Bun. Unfortunate.
The no tips being quite a struggle here, not noticing 3-mon.
Yeah, it's...
Also tunneling on the Tenpai.
Tunneling on the Honitsu when you didn't need it. That was the main problem. The Honitsu was unneeded based on the Hatsu Dora would have been 5-2. And so if you kept the 3M and you run on the 3M, it would have also been hand bump. But I don't think anyone cuts 3M. Anyway, that is both games. Let's see if we can get the winners here. So Abyss and Fairy Sweet. If you want to jump into VC, I'll pull you guys down. So we've got Abyss. I'm going to pull Abyss down. Ooh, Abyss, welcome.
Hello.
How was the game for you? Because we were viewing the game and it looks like you were in kind of like a pretty chill position.
Honestly, I was stressed. I'm like... Okay, I got the points, and then I'm like, okay, now I just need to try to not fumble my points away at this point.
Yeah, minus dealing in on the south was kind of incredible. Like, I was like, oh no, if there's one South left in the
that
wad,
one,
if
yeah.
minus draws it, yeah.
South is my tile for this game, I guess.
And then you win another Mangan here, which I can't believe that you got this Onipatsu. Just, it's so unlucky. Brew draws a South Onipatsu turn. Basically, it's like I don't have anything else, any reason not to cut this South. It's once cut. You look like kind of normal hand with the discards, and then instantly cuts into the Patsu turn. It's very unfortunate.
This was beautiful though. Like your immediate 2-man draw on this hand to get the Chanta/Junchan option. Wow. Like that
I thought
insane progression.
I
think this was a mistake.
At first, I'm like, I didn't consider. Even I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna autopilot normal hand, and then and then like 2 turns later, I'm like, oh. After drawing the 1P, and then like, oh, this was
like, there was a Junchan. Yeah. It's one of the things that it's slightly harder to spot, but when you have like groups that have 4 groups that have the edge shapes, you might want to consider keeping the 1 even though you have a 4, and you can maybe consider cutting one of the Hakus or Chuns.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, did you see what happened to Brew at the really end?
I didn't know what she was going for, but I'm like, I'm just gonna fold, and then I accidentally stumbled into Tenpai. Like, the only thing I had to push was a 9M.
But look at this. Look at this. You get Tenpai. Brew's been Tenpai since turn 7 and instantly draws it on your Tenpai turn. She has enough to almost get second if she hits the Ura. And Ura was... fortunately, does not hit Ura. But does get third place if she was able to sumo this. Unfortunately, they drew the 4-pin. Oh, that was... I was like, that's so unlucky. Oh, man.
That was also the very last one in the wall as well. There's none left. No 4/7s.
Oh, and she sumos on 2S next turn. Oh, that's painful.
Any harder, she sumos.
Yeah, if you don't push a 9M, she sumos. Oh, that's really unfortunate.
The 9M push was like, this doesn't look too bad. A lot of 7Ms are gone. A lot of 8Ms are gone.
Almost all the 7Ms are gone. So all the 7Ms are gone. All the 8Ms are gone, and
with yours.
Yeah, it's Tanky only. Yeah. Also,
I'm okay with taking that push.
I guess in a world where Brew Tanky's 9M, you would have dealt in there because this is Chitoi.
Yeah.
Brew could have Tankied anything, I guess. And the really unfortunate thing, I guess, is the 3-pin wins, the 7M wins, the 1M wins. It's very unfortunate. Yeah.
I do have to apologize to Brew this time because I did take a lot of her points this time around.
Oh yes, that is true. You did take the 8K.
It's okay. Their team can tank it.
Their team can tank it. They are 200 and something points up against most other teams. So, but Abyss, anything you want to say to the other teams before we wrap up with you?
GG's to my opponents. They played really well. I'm like, Koto really didn't lead me any way to like stop her from winning. I'm just like, I couldn't do much. Also, I fulfilled my promise to get 3 wins.
Congratulations.
My coach.
Is this because of your cost, or is it because you just promised 3 wins?
I just promised 3 wins. Like, I think like a couple days in, I'm like, okay, I got 1-1-1. I need to do a little better.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think like 4 days in, I got 1 of each. So.
Well, do you have any more games, Abyss?
The full set.
Well, I have tomorrow left. I'm going to end up playing the most games in the qualifiers.
Okay, you have tomorrow left, and then you also have the finals, right? So good luck on tomorrow and the finals. All right. See ya, Abyss.
See ya.
And then we have Fairy Sweet. Welcome, Fairy Sweet.
Yeah, apologies. I had too many tabs open, so that was like the reason the internet was slow.
No, all good. Didn't penalize you because I did see you in the thing and just looked like you had internet issues, so I'm okay with that. It's just more the people that don't arrive at all, different story. So we didn't get to see this game at all. Do you want to run us through what happened?
Yep, just got a lot of rigged high pies.
Okay.
Much that's all.
So this high pie doesn't look too rigged, but you do manage to win the Mangan Sumo here. Oh, Ipatsu. Oh, okay, yep. Understandable. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I
And
can't
is it
see stream. My
Sanshoku?
internet is.
Also, Takame on the
Yeah.
Sanshoku.
Yeah,
Yep.
Takame
Yep.
Sanshoku. Richi Ipatsu Sumo Sanshoku. Mr. Ura for the Hanuman. Unfortunate. Okay, understandable.
Good.
Understandable. And then you win a 8,000 points off last night. Oh, because you chased and last night deals in, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay, understandable. Oh, that's unfortunate. And they're dealer, so it makes sense that they chase. They have +1. Yeah, okay. And
That's correct.
And poor last night, they dealt in on the tile right after they reached.
yep. It's like you Ricci and then you deal in, and you're like, come on. At least let me deal in my Ricci tile so I don't waste a stick. And seems like you didn't do too much after that. You got a 2k point hand, which is just an open. Okay, I see. This is what? Itsudora? Yeah, it's Itsudora. And so it's like 5-pin comes out from someone. From Rylix, yep. And then, and you kind of just cruise to this point, it looks like, after that. Because I looked at the last hand and you kind of just folded, I think. Because once demons reach it and you're just like, oh yeah, there's no real point playing this hand now. You did have a very nice hand at the start. I looked at it and I was like, oh, you probably get Tenpai here first, but Demon managed to get Tenpai, but on the really 3M 3-pin weight. I think this was a mistake from Bunny, but it is what it is. The 3M comes out. There is like a Chun cut rate on 3M, but the win rate on Chun is much higher. But
If you got the 1-4-pin here, would you have pushed the 3P?
2 tile weight on 3 cells, so. Well,
Considering you see all the 1-pins out, you know it's probably unlikely that you'll get the
probably still worried about
side.
one disaster where 5 bunnies on Hanuman, but so just got 3 cell. I draw 4 peak.
Ooh, you're right. Hanuman direct hit actually makes you second. That's really funny. Yeah. Because of all the sticks.
And you do see overflow, so that is true. Could be Hanuman.
Yeah. The Hanuman is very unlikely with the unless it's Chinitsudora one. It's
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty unlikely though. The chances Shy Bunny is trying to make an 8k hand to try and overtake the second place. Oh, like not even 8k, like 3-9 is already good enough. So the 3-pin dealing in is a little awkward. I think the main question is, does 3-pin deal into the Ricci as well, which is also annoying. But they need what Baiman direct hit to dethrone you, so it's not too bad.
Oh, not worried.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, was there any point in this game where you were worried at all? Like it seemed like you kind of cruised once you won your 2 big hands.
Yeah, not worried. Just sorry about how bad I played in like South. Was it South 2 and South 3? South 3. South 2 was bad, but in South 3 was.
Just gonna do a quick skim. Oh, hold up, what happened here? Huh? Oh yeah, I see what you've done. Okay. You cut this because you wanted that, and you drew that, and you get the Ryankan. Yep,
Chitoy.
okay.
It's just Chitoy from
Yeah, Chitoy Hedge,
Yeah.
Chitoy 2 Shanton.
Drop Hatsadora.
Okay, I think one of the things I'm going to recommend, you don't have to take this advice from me, you can always ask the captains, is if you're Chitoy and you're this many points, don't care about these tiles. They're not relevant. Because you don't care about winning the Chitoy. So Chitoy is a hand. There's 2 ways you play Chitoy. Number 1 way is you play Chitoy to defend. Another way is you play Chitoy for value. And the only reason you play Chitoy for value is generally because of your point situation. Your point situation is fine. So you don't really care about Chitoy for value. So keeping 2 of these is kind of overkill. But that's my opinion. You can always ask your coach.
I should have just cut 1M because this is going to be a horrible content with the West already dead.
Oh yeah, West. But you're
Close
going
to
Chitoy anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not horrible. Yeah, it's not horrible. There is a normal route with the West-West cut, but I think West-West cut doesn't exist in terms of normal route. Like, your hand will not progress fast enough to be able to get a Tenpai. I guess unless you're willing to pawn south. If you're willing to pawn south, then sure, but then you lose almost all safe tiles. If you cut West, pawn south, then you're just left with whatever's on this side, and it's kind of awkward. And safety is more relevant to you at 44k than pushing this what, South, maybe Dora one hand, because there's a chance where this doesn't come to fruition.
Is Jerry watching the stream? I can't check Twitch.
I don't know. You can always ask him later.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. South 4, South 4 Ricci. Is it
South 4 Ricci.
South 4? Yeah, South 4 repeat 0. First one.
Oh, South 4 repeat 1. Okay, so you're asking if you should Ricci here? Okay, let's see.
The point gap big enough where Jared just says just go ahead and Ricci.
Yeah, this is YOLO. This is just super YOLO.
Yes,
you
absolutely.
have to.
Absolutely.
You have no choice because if you even want any hope of pushing into like Dora Storm into a position that can get you, because you guys are still playing bottom 4, so your ranking still matters a little bit. So getting any points here will help you in the finals games, because taking a negative 60 as a upfront cost into the finals is awkward. So. And you have point margin where dealing to direct hit 8k doesn't matter. You're not going to lose first, so this is fine. Yeah, next high pie Jerry folds. Yeah, next high pie is kind of whatever. But this high pie is great. This is Ricci, Tanyao, Dora, 7/7 chance. Could be AK with could be actually higher depending on which Ura flip you get. But if there's Ura 1, you get like much better, like 12k up to 18k.
Yeah, because like yesterday, Jerry ran the mock review on yesterday's Ricci for the Hanuman, and I was like incorrect because I should just Dom and just take the points.
Dom and take the points? Oh, okay, I see. The problem with the market is it's not able to determine whether or not you can't give it your current team score. So it's based on current EV on like this snapshot of the game.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's usually fine, but it's isolated, right?
Yeah.
Demon asked me folding here is fine. I think Mawashi is better, slightly better. It depends on what you draw. Like, you probably have to ask CO, but it depends on like how the hand progresses. But yeah, like this, you just can't YOLO this. It's a little too awkward. And if very sweet sumos, then so be it. You just take the next hand, and it actually makes your condition slightly easier with the Homba later on if they do repeat a couple times, and you might get second. Right now, you're like 6-9 away because of the Homba 1 if you do Dharma. Not Dharma, if you do take no 10. There is probably a K10 play, maybe, but pushing too hard is bad because you will lose the ability to overtake Shy Bunny by 1k. Yeah, 5-pin's way too dangerous here. It's probably not worth it.
I agree. 5-pin's too dangerous. I think Hatsu is a good like compromise on Mawashi because you do have 2 Dora value, like 6-0, that are both very usable. Like if you can draw, you're essentially Kutsuki 6-0, which is very nice, especially with the 5-7 upgrade shape. So I think, keeping the Mawashi option available. Also, Fairy Sweet is dealer, so you have to think about if they win, they can repeat. But I think a little bit of a push here is good because you don't want to end in 4th place, especially not by 800 points. Like that's just not worth it.
Yeah, the K10's really strong.
And if it gets too late, there's always the option of just like cheeing into K10 and just taking that like 1500 points.
And it becomes a 3k swing.
If there's that the option. Yeah,
it becomes like a stick on the table and makes it a lot easier to get into Rydlink's second place because it becomes a 3k swing against Rydlink's, which is 4,200, and it's 1k stick, so it's 3,200, which means 3-9 is enough, so 330. Okay, but yeah, very sweet. Is there anything you want to tell your opponents before we head off?
Yeah, I'm looking at Shy Bunny's Ricci's. Are they just reaching Nami into me? Like, not another hand, but like, holy.
Yeah. It's not Ricci Nami, it's Ricci Dora, technically.
Maybe a different hand I'm thinking about. But...
A different hand? So yeah, this one's Ricci Dora. Ricci Dora is 2-6 plus 2k, so 4-6. Directing Rydlinks technically is not enough, is it? It's like 2-6, 5-2. 5-2, yeah, it's not enough. So it's a little weird, but Bunny is newer, so the score calculations probably completely go over, like, it's not something that she considers. And remember, she has only played for like 4 or 5 months-ish. And mainly she plays for base efficiency. Yeah. But anyway, very sweet. Thank you for being here, and hopefully we get to see you. Are you playing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes, we'll see you. we'll see you tomorrow. And it's the last day of qualifiers tomorrow. You're not playing another game today, right?
Slot 3 today.
Oh, you're playing slot 3 as well? Oh, okay. Oh, so you're playing slot 2 and slot 3, and then you're playing tomorrow as well. So you have 2 more games.
It's 3, but I'll check.
You have 3 more games. Whoa,
Wait,
okay.
You're playing slot 1, 2, and 3 today?
Oh, slot 1 and 3. Not
1
slot
and
2.
3.
Oh,
And then you're
one,
playing
two,
a,
and-
for me.
oh, and then you're playing another slot tomorrow for the day 12 qualifier. Okay.
Very convenient for me. Time.
Wow, okay. I think what's happening is Jerry is like, I'm just going to put Fairy Sweet up because he's my Saint player. He needs to win points on me. And we're really last. Go for it, yeah?
He also
the hope
put a
was-
lot of
yeah.
value in
Mhm.
Very Sweet for the Saint points, right? The
Mhm.
bidding system. So
Yeah, he
he has
lost
to get
some-
his use out of him.
He lost a
Yeah.
lot of points for that, is correct.
It's all that. It's already all made up.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Okay. Very sweet. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. So I think that's it. So Ichigo, do you have anything you want to plug before we raid out?
Nope, that was really fun. Thanks all for watching.
No.
Follow me on Twitch. I guess I'm gonna plug
Yeah,
anything.
I was like, hold up. I'm pretty sure you want to plug yourself. When you were not about to do it, I was about to do it for you. Some co-hosts don't like plugging themselves. But yes, Shiro Ichigo is a streamer. She streams. You cannot stream. What? You can't shout out people. What? Shiro Ichigo is a streamer. She streams. I think mainly Mahjong. Do you stream anything else? I'm not actually sure.
I have streamed on occasion Plants vs Zombies Fusion. I also streamed the Atelier games on occasion on
Yep,
Switch.
yep. Mhm.
And there's also a new Pokemon Tower Defense game that I'm kind of interested in, so I might test that one out. But
I have that running in the
we'll
background
see.
right now. Yeah, so I know exactly what we're talking about. That game's not bad. It's Pokepath for those who want to look at it. It's Twitch.io. It's not on Steam. But yeah, pretty nice. It's free as well.
It
But yeah,
seems interesting,
Mhm.
just for fun. Evolve some Pokemon. See some cute people
it is
fighting
this.
each other. I don't know.
That's Pokepath. Yeah, if you guys want to try it, it's completely free. Since it's a Pokemon fan game. I see Shadows, not her account. Wait, it's not her account? No, it is. No. This is. Wait, what? Nah. This is BS. I'm. Let me just double check.
No, I have
No,
the
it is.
super weird name.
No, it
of
is, it is,
Shiro
it is.
__ Ichigo.
Oh, Demon got it wrong. Oh, that's what happened. I see. Okay, it wasn't me who got it wrong. It was Demon who got it wrong, and then I got it right. Okay, anyway, ignore that. Don't worry. It's just, I was like, what? Anyway, follow Shiro Ichigo, of course. She's a lovely person. Also plays ARML, so sometimes you see a 5-minute delay and plays in ARML. You're also part of JPML Pro, right?
Psycho-Eisen.
Psycho-Eisen Pro. Okay, yeah. So
Me and
how was
Flock are
the?
on the same pro org.
What do you actually do in the Pro org?
So right now, because Psycho-Eisen USA, this is only their 3rd year in inception. So I actually was able to play for the US in the 2025 Ryoisen qualifying, the main matches in Japan. So I qualified through the US, and then when the tournament came in January in 2025, I went to Japan and played, which was a fantastic experience playing with a lot of pros. But right now we have we have the league play. So we have a West Coast League, and then there will be an East Coast League eventually. And then I think 6 qualifying tournaments for main match tournaments in Japan.
Nice. Well, okay,
This
that's
year.
great. So basically, the main benefit is being able to play in tournaments, right?
Pretty much. And there are I'm not at that level yet, but some of these tournaments do have prize pools or potential for sponsorships. There's also just that being part of an organization that can help you learn and grow. I mean, it's just another community for Mahjong, and
Mhm.
it's one of the one that's most available here right now. So
Mhm.
it's been really fun and very unique. Also, learning to take the test, as I said earlier, I'm a very vibes occult player, so learning to all the numbers and ukere and all of these things and very specific overtake conditions was very hard, but I think really good for training, mahjong
yes.
skills.
Knowing your overtake conditions, it's a little annoying, but it's definitely something that they do. And the fu questions are really awkward because if you sumo, it's like this, and if you run, it's this, and if you it was really interesting when I saw some of the questions on test. Wasn't it etiquette test?
There is an etiquette test. So there's a written test, an interview, and then a 2-hour play test where they watch you play and they ask you questions about decisions, and then they ask you questions about other people's hands and what you think they're doing and their decisions. And while you're doing that, they're also watching your etiquette.
Yes. I heard there was some etiquettes that I didn't hear about because Flock told me about them, and I was like, what, you have to do this? I can't remember exactly what I said what to, but it was something to do with how you're supposed to discard or something. I can't remember exactly. But yeah.
So if you chi, you're supposed to take the tile first and then discard. So you cannot discard first. Also, a lot of etiquette is really funny because so you know how in Mahjong Soul, when you pawn or chi, it just kind of lines up all horizontally and your hand just gets smaller?
You're supposed to go up, not left. Yep.
Yeah, vertically. Yep, not horizontally. And then if you're reaching, you're not supposed to put the tile in your hand. So you have to keep it separate from your hand or putting it on top. You cannot put it next to your rest of your tiles.
That's true for any draw. That's not only true for the Riichi draws. You're not supposed to put the tile that you draw into your hand until you discard, generally speaking.
I think it's even more frowned upon. I don't know.
I heard one kind of got disqualified because they side at the table. Huh? Really?
Not in my version. I don't... so there is also the WRL Pro. So that's the JPML affiliated one that has a different test. But I know a couple two people chomboed during the playtest out of nerves, I think. So that obviously wasn't great. I don't know. Someone might admit to this, but there was someone, so they ask you very often pondashi chidashi, meaning if someone cheese, what's the discard that they make after that call? Mm-hmm. And someone was so focused on watching other people's pondashi chidashi that they missed the ron.
Oh, that's not good. But I guess that's just nerves. You get over them eventually. But yeah, nerves are performance anxiety happens to everyone when they go into a new stage or anything. You don't get rid of that unless you keep trying. It's you force yourself to get into these situations, so you remove them from your system, right? But it's hard because you don't get to try a test for a pro organization very often. So the only time you can remove that is you have to go do the test again.
It's also expensive, and on top of that, you're playing mahjong in professional wear. Think business formal, not business casual. So
nice. I'm always in a suit.
You're dressed up, and it's also kind of warm. And so people who aren't used to that, it's another kind of thought that you're okay, this is not how I'm used to. But at least that part you can practice by dressing a bit nicer.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you said it's expensive. Can you explain how much it costs to take the test?
I forget. I think it was somewhere between 150 and 200 USD, if I recall.
250
for the test.
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
No, and 150 and 200. Yeah.
Yep. And is there a yearly membership fee?
There can be. So it depends if you join League or not, and it depends on how active you want to be. Mm-hmm. And that all goes for helping other members though. So there's a trainee organization. It's for paying pros for when they are doing official pro activities, like judging, for example. So sometimes in a tournament, someone has to be the organizer or the judge. So that is a paid position. Mm-hmm. Sometimes commentating is also a paid position, as well as video editing. So just how to help it go. It's essentially just org dues, So
what Ichigo is basically saying right now is I have to pay her because she's a pro and she's commentating. I understand. Okay, I'll let you know.
Absolutely not. I have so much fun doing this, and I feel I'm just I feel very like separated because I haven't been a part of the Mahjong community online for a very long time. I think I'm still pretty new. In terms of just like getting to know people. So like this is a great way to get to know, like as you said, other people in the community. And I'm super interested in like just joining this.
Okay, well, definitely in the future, if you ever want to join one of my tournaments, I'll give you a ping. If you want to like talk to more people, the tournament format is different every single time, if you notice, because the last time I pinged you was like something completely different from this time.
Yes, and I wasn't available last time.
Yes, but yeah, or you can just come on as commentator. That also works for me because I usually don't commentate my tournaments, and I'm probably not going to do another 2 week tournament. It's way too long. one week is probably good enough.
Finals are when? Tomorrow?
Finals, tomorrow's the
Saturday?
last day of qualifiers, and so the day after that will be the first day of finals, and the day after that will be second day of finals. So finals is split over 2 days, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you see it. Sub to people who need money. Yes, sub to people money. Definitely follow Ichigo and give her a sub if you like Mahjong. 100%. Anyway.
You don't need to sub to me, but a follow would be appreciated. I don't need it. This is for fun.
Yeah,
sub
this
to
is
people
exactly
who need the money. I agree.
Exactly. Sub to people who need the money. Don't sub to me, please. I do this for fun as well. But yeah, sorry for grilling you on the pro stuff. I just thought it was interesting.
No, that's fine. I'm always happy to answer that. Also, Icy, I have to thank you because you were the one who gifted me subs at one point. That did get me over the tier. I needed to add the amount of emotes I wanted. So that was very appreciative.
Let's go. I got lazy one day. I was like, I'm just going to do 100 gift subs to my own channel. And then I got all the emotes unlocked. So yes, I that's how I did it. I couldn't involve waiting for other people doing it. Yes, that was a way to cheat it. But that's what I mean. Like I don't care about the whole entire like Twitch economy thing. It's whatever. I would disable subbing if I could, but I can't, unfortunately. Sub lottery for emotes. But yes, okay. We will raid out. Do you have anyone that you want to raid? Otherwise, I'll just pick someone random.
I don't see anybody, so whoever you want.
Okay, let's see if anyone's in the Mahjong Soul category. Unfortunately, no one that I know. So we'll just raid, we'll raid Danny Rambell. So Danny Rambell plays Mahjong on a very, very odd occasion. She's friends with May, if you know, Empathetic May, not sure, or Empathetic Sage May, if you guys know her. But yeah, she's currently doing art, so give her, say hello for me. Otherwise, if you guys are playing Mahjong, good luck in your Mahjong games. Hopefully you have as great luck as Fairy Sweet, and I think it was Aria Sola, so Abyssal Ray. Otherwise, I'll